The new law of social media in the legal realm seems to be lawyers who are unable to find work or who have been laid off in this very down legal economy, thousands of lawyers out of work, who have developed a savvy in social media that maybe they didn't have as lawyers and therefore unemployed, and they are now transitioning into areas such as Twitter and rebranding themselves as social media experts who are able to help other lawyers generate clients. The problem I have with this is these lawyers may or may not have generated one client in their entire career as a lawyer, and yet they are telling other lawyers how to become rainmakers. There is no reason for somebody to pay, especially an educated lawyer, to pay somebody to teach them how to use Twitter. You never see any full-time practicing lawyers holding themselves out because they're too busy making money as real lawyers. Is there a value to using social media experts? Absolutely. The key is to vet the expert. Find someone within the niche that you are practicing, or whether it's law or whatever you do for a living. Find someone within that niche that actually practices law, that has 10, 20 years practicing law and already knows how to get clients. Lawyers should use social media to build their business the same way they do it in the brick and mortar world, through generating credibility. You talk about what you've done, you talk about cases, you put out your expertise out there in your field of study. That's what gets you credibility. Social media and Twitter is also a news distribution node. Okay? People are putting out important cases within their field of expertise. People comment, to the extent they can, within the 140 character limit in social media. You can develop a brand that is supplemental to your brick and mortar brand using social media, regardless of your field of expertise. LinkedIn I've seen as a huge networking resource for lawyers. Facebook, not so much, because Facebook with fan pages and such, you do have some conflict in the state bar advertising rules of the various jurisdictions can apply if you start putting up fan pages and such on Facebook. One of the bigger legal issues I see coming down the road, I don't see privacy as one of the issues. Defamation in 140 is one of the bigger issues. Let me give you an example right out of my own backyard. I've been threatened with defamation on Twitter for speaking my mind. I called one, and I won't call her out here, but I called an individual. I said she was a joke as a lawyer at one time. And I got a tweet back saying, "Do you want to get sued for defamation?" And I'm like, okay, if you think that's defamation, knock yourself out. We are in such a gray area right now where how can rules of professional conduct and rules of advertising, whatever that state's rules may be, interact with 140 characters in Twitter? Facebook isn't breaking into your home, into your computer, and taking your information and putting it out there. You are voluntarily giving it to them. And if you're afraid of what they might do with it within reasonable expectations, okay, then don't do it. If you have privacy concerns over your artwork that you're sharing, over intellectual property that you are afraid that Facebook might take, don't put it on Facebook. Put it on your own private website. Common sense handles 99 and 9/10% of these issues. Do we need lawyers out there to root out the other 1% and protect the public? Absolutely. And lawyers do that, and they do good work doing that. My issue is with the lawyers who take the other 99% of the crap that is meaningless, preying on the privacy fears of the public, and the only one making money is the lawyers. There is a huge misconception that you have First Amendment protection when you are within the social media realm of Facebook, MySpace, YouTube. You do not. The terms of service are what control. I found that hate is definitely for sale in these social media platforms, and these social media platforms do not want to address what is clearly hate speech and what their own terms of service may say would be hateful content. So it's in their benefit to allow all this totally free exchange of ideas and not clamp down on it because they're making money off it. Some of the biggest changes I see for attorneys in the social media realm are the opportunity to reach an audience that you would otherwise reach, a non-traditional audience, and lawyers are so afraid of that, going outside the non-traditional realm, especially in the bigger law firms. They are just afraid of it.